Hey guys, welcome to Real Freedom TV. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share. Going on, apart from infidelity, we also have other problems that ladies or women face in relationships. One of them is a lack of trust, which of course comes from things like infidelity.
Yeah.
It creates room for a lack of trust.
Yeah.
How do you think this affects marriages or relationships?
I think you should create the serenity of you being open. Openness brings trust in your relationship. You have to be open all the time. You don't have to have this being secretive. Some people know how to keep secret. Okay, I don't want my family members to know I'm doing this. I don't want my girlfriend to know I'm having this amount of money. I don't want my husband to know I'm having this amount of money. There is no open serenity for you to build trust. If there is no trust, it will lead to a lot of things. You'll be lagging a lot of things. A lot of things will be dragging. You'll be dragging a lot of things. You see the situation keeps popping up.
Okay. So if you're facing an issue of trust, you need to be open. You need to encourage your partner to be open to deal with such issues. When you are open with each other on different aspects of your relationship, it enables you to trust each other more or build trust. So let's go to the next one, which of course has to do with something that can help you build trust: communication. Many couples have to grapple with poor communication in their relationship. How big a problem can this be?
Yeah.
What problems can this create in the relationship?
Poor communication, for instance, if we look at the way some people are not open, and some people don't know how to relate. Some people don't know how to say their mind. There are some people that are so rigid in their mind. Some people will say, if I talk now, if I say my mind, they will think maybe I'm being delusional. I don't want to be reasonable. I don't want to put other people's first. No, it's not like that. Don't think you being open, you trying to relate, will make other people think. There are sometimes some people will say, you didn't do this for me. So how will I know? I'm not a magician to know your mind now. You were supposed to do this for me. Okay, one time I was having this issue in my former relationship. This person was like, you're supposed to call me on Valentine's Day. So the thing was, it was hilarious to me that I was like, okay, but then I've been always calling you during Valentine's Day. I've been checking on you, video calling, creating video, making the whole thing look very lovely. But you can't just tell me I should, I should now assume, because then I was very busy. It was a busy Valentine for me. I was very busy, so I should have sent you messages, and I was not even online all through the day. So you can't just you have to be open with me. So you didn't talk to me. You're expecting me to guesswork. I cannot guesswork. You can't make me feel like, okay, I have to guess everything that is happening in your emotions, in your feelings. I can't guess them. So you have to be open more, talk more.
Okay. Although in that case, I think she had a right to that. I mean, normally Valentine, by its very nature, is expected to be where couples or people in relationships express love for each other.
That's true.
So she was well within her right to expect you to.
Yeah.
But then, maybe not the very best example to give. Maybe, but I get the point. I get the point that you should understand that the other person may not be thinking the way you are thinking.
Exactly.
The other person may not even be in the right frame of mind at that point in time. But she was also communicating with you, right?
Yeah.
Giving you feedback that this is what she expected.
She went cold.
Okay.
She went cold. She was. I was like, "What's up now? What happened?" In fact, that day it was fun for me because I had to go and do some couple of work, and I had to create this because I'm a photographer also. So I had to create this serenity for people that are celebrating it in a large way.
Okay.
But there's this distance between us because I cannot just disappear to your state and you disappear to my state. So it's not like that. So I was like,
so it was a long distance
yeah,
relationship.
it was a long distance. So I was like, no, you should have, at least left a message. Okay, happy Valentine, this one, and then I will get the message. But then, I was so occupied. I won't lie, I was really, really occupied. So it's not me now guessing. You went cold, not relating. I was like, what happened? Why is this behavior like this? Changing behavior, and we used to be, popping and always messaging.
Okay,
and,
so I get the point now.
Yeah.
She's not happy that you did not reach
yeah,
out
I
to
didn't
her on
reach out.
that day.
Yeah,
And instead of communicating it openly with you, letting you know, she rather went cold.
yeah,
I think that's where she made a
exactly.
mistake.
exactly.
But you also made a mistake in the fact that you didn't consider that day important enough
In fact,
to
skip
reach her.
it.
But also, couldn't she have reached out to you?
Again, so I was
The
like,
fact
it was actually a booked work for me to do. So I was planning with my crew for that thing to be very successful. So we have to post videos and make people know we are photographers and all
So
that.
both of you owe each
So
other.
we owe each other
apology.
So it didn't
You
work
should have
out that we should have
apologized for not
apologized.
calling.
Exactly.
She also has to apologize for taking holding grudge
Holding grudge.
instead of openly discussing the issue.
discussing it.
Okay, so let's go to another important issue. Okay, emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is a subject that I think I wrote it in my book. How so important this is that it should be taught in school, but it's not. It's not taught in school. They teach all kinds of things. They tell you about spiritual development. I mean, the religious houses are already doing spiritual development. You still go
Exactly.
to school and they say they are teaching the child. Some schools even put it as an advertisement for their school, and they say the school that cares about your child's spiritual welfare. But the religious houses are there for the spiritual. And then they leave what is really important to develop in the children, which is emotional intelligence
Yeah,
and their social skills. So
exactly.
this is not developed, and this causes problems for people in relationship. How does this work?
Emotional intelligence, like for me, the way the angles I used to see things from. I'm this kind of person that if something happens, I'll look at the positive side and I'll look at the negative side. Then I'll look at what can actually work. How do I approach this issue? So I will not just have this conclusion, because some people know how to conclude for you. Okay, last week you were supposed to call me for 2 hours. So like, you didn't know what's going on with my emotional state then. You didn't know, maybe, okay, I lost a friend, maybe there was an accident. So you can't just be all up in my head, like trying to make me say things or do things. So it shouldn't be like that.
So that's one aspect of it.
Yeah.
And then you also have the emotional intelligence of being able to deal with situations that
Exactly.
occur in relationships.
Exactly.
Being able to understand your partner, that when they do something to you, just like the example you gave earlier of the lady that just went cold,
Exactly.
emotional intelligence should have taught her to know that there is a better way to deal with situations
Exactly.
like this.
Exactly.
I need to talk to him.
Yeah.
I need him to understand. And then another case was also the case of a lady assuming that we're already in a relationship.
Yeah.
That is, you are not in charge of your emotions.
Exactly.
You are just letting yourself go.
Exactly.
You shouldn't just let yourself go.
Exactly.
You should be able to control yourself. Emotional intelligence also is related with self-control.
Exactly.
Being able to control yourself in situations and know how to act in given situations.
Exactly.
And know how to relate with your partner on different levels,
Exactly.
in different situations, to get the best from the relationship.
Exactly.
If, for example, you are hot about something, you don't just jump in and just start shouting on your.
Yeah.
That is not controlling your emotions.
Exactly.
So controlling your emotions means when things happen, you should be able to keep your cool, keep your calm. And like the famous mommy, you should be calming. You need to be calming down. So that's emotion.
Yeah.
Being able to control yourself, to be able to calm down in the face of difficult situations and handle things in the right way
Different.
so that you can get the right results.
Yeah.
So I think that's
That
much
speaks of it.
emotional intelligence.
Exactly.
So let's look at the last one, which is abuse. Abuse in relationship. This is a very, very common problem, I think, especially in the kind of society we live in.
Exactly.
Abuse in relationship is quite common, where you have, even when we start from the first thing we talked about, infidelity and all of that, this can also lead to abuse in relationship. So
Exactly.
abuse is a very, very common thing. Why do you think that is?
First, let's look at the two kinds of abuse that I know.
Okay.
There are physical abuse and there are emotional abuse.
Okay.
Now, these two kinds of abuse starts from maybe the beginning of a relationship. Let us just look. Who is this partner you are with? So I'm so blessed to this level of telling you, hey dear, what you did is wrong. I don't like this. Sweetheart, I don't understand why you are doing this. So I will tell you that we will still be having it like a heated argument, but I would not allow that vulgar part come into the picture. I was telling you there, I don't like what you just did now. So creating that will help me understand that this person is dear to me. So I won't physically want to be engaging both blows and all that. I will have this self-control over myself.
That's perhaps because of your understanding
Exactly.
of this thing. So what about for people who are already in a situation where they are suffering abuse? For ladies, for women, they are already suffering abuse. What would be the way to solve the problem or the way out?
Yeah, your way out, tone of conversation, approach in conversation, manner of approach matters a lot. Okay, you know your husband is hot-headed and he does not listen to anything. Serve him food. If he likes, throws the remote up, fling the TV out, say no word. Just allow the situation to die down first. Maybe 1 hour, 2 hour cooling, then you know you can talk to him later. And I used to say something humorously to my friends out there. I used to say it humorously that I watched one movie. So this man has this wife. She's this person like so I should put it like an SU, someone that she always try to be in her own shell all the time.
More
and
like
he
an
has
introvert.
more like an introvert. He does not know how to. The man does not know how to give gifts to his wife. So there is this other person, this other side chick that the man sleeps with. The man has a lot of fun with her. He sleeps with her at any point, anywhere, in the car, in the bush, so whenever she requests for anything during sex, the man will just, okay, don't worry, after this he will just sign the check, he will give it to her. So I'm wondering, what's the connection? How does this connect? So I'll be like, there's nothing sex cannot take away from a man. If you know what I'm saying, like, it's deep. There's nothing you want to tell me that, okay, maybe you are this person wants to abuse you, then you let the situation cool. Later you meet in the room, you engage in sex, then later you calmly tell him, sir, my dear, what happened that time? I don't actually feel it's right, but you don't have to, there should be this pet talk that you can, how to cajole somebody. You don't have to raise your voice together at the same time. I need you to do this, I need you to do this. Shouldn't be in that frame of mind. So you should always try to control yourself too. And for
so
the
right word there, instead of cajole, should be how to
persuade. So it should come with effort. There should be this effort, this line of effort. It should not always be something commanding.
Okay, that's a fair one. It's part of it, but I also think that where there is abuse that is becoming threatening to life, you have to leave the environment. You have to leave the environment immediately, because at the end of the day, life is more important. You need to be alive to settle the matter. If you are not alive to settle the matter, then what's the point? So you need to separate and take out time to cool off. each of you. Usually, like they say, it takes two to tango. Even in a case where the woman is the victim, it still takes two to tango. If you were able to handle things better, they won't get to that extent. But of course, some men sometimes behave in unreasonable ways. So, all the same, to get to the root of the matter and solve the problem moving forward so it doesn't occur again, you need to leave the environment for the time being, and then later on you can have discussions or conversations that may involve family members in the African setting. But generally, in a more in a better environment or situation, that's why you need to have a coach. As a woman or as a lady, if you're going into a relationship, once you are in a relationship, you should have a relationship coach. There is a reason why sports teams have coaches. Once you are functioning as a team, in fact, even lawn tennis players that play as single, they still have coaches. So having a coach is very, very important. That enables you have somebody who is impartial, who can tell you from a professional standpoint what you need to do in every situation. So it's vital for you to have a coach. And we here, whenever you need advice, counseling, you can always call on us. We'll be there to give you the proper guidance on any situation on what to do at every point in time. Alright guys, thanks for joining us today for the video. It was I hope you learned something from infidelity to lack of trust, poor communication, emotional intelligence and abuse. Some of the problems ladies face in marriage and how you can deal with them starting from the roots, from the foundation, so you don't have to face this problem. But if you're facing any issue, like I've said, reach out to us. We are here for you. Here we'll listen to you and counsel you on how to go about any issue you're facing. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button and the notification bell, and until next time, see you. For Oniloye, thanks so much for coming. It was a nice discussion.
Thank you very much, sir. Yeah. I really appreciate that.
So hope next time we call on you, you oblige us.
Very
all right. We here advise that if you're facing issues, I work as a marriage and family success coach. So you can always reach out to me through social media, DM me, send me a message, and we'll talk about if you're facing any issue that has to do with you don't know how to deal with the issue. Until next one, see you and keep watching for more of our videos. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.